Hi, welcome to Crafts with Marilyn. So, today I'm going to make a really fun, interesting lamp that's going to have these light bulbs, this can, and these chopsticks, which I've already previously glued on top and set them up just to start with. I used these three different kinds of ribbons to compose the can and basically secured these to the top of the chopsticks. And then I also used electrical tape to connect the chopsticks together so that they will be as solid as possible. This bottom is not complete yet, but it's just the starting part. And how I connected this together was, as I did with the previous lamp from the beginning, I glued the sticks with plumber's glue combined with the glue gun. And then it required quite a bit of glue for the bottom in order for them to adhere properly. So I'm just getting started with decorating this part, and what's going to happen is these light bulbs are going to stagger sort of like this with a lampshade made from the bottle tops of 4 2-liter soda pops. So then what I'm going to do, which I haven't done yet, is I'm going to complete decorating this element. The reason why it's not completely decorated, it would sort of defeat the purpose of the video if it was, for one. But because of the time that it takes to adhere this so that it won't move, which I'm satisfied with it now that it's not going to move, it's going to stay solid like that. So it's really important to get that part, that skill down. And I'm calling it a skill because it takes time to not only have things like this stay solid, you want them to be built to last. So this is why this was done previously beforehand. But you can see what I've done. I took the sticks, I put them staggered in different lengths so that when the light bulb does go on, they'll be in different heights for the light. So it will add more interest, creating for a more interesting lamp. And then to decorate these bottle tops, I've got all sorts of gems and different pearls and stuff like this to decorate the shades. So it's going to be really fun and interesting. And I think it's going to make for a very beautiful lamp in the end. So, as always, let's get started. Okay, so for the next step that I'm going to take to complete this lamp is I'm going to take just some regular craft glue, some tacky glue, combined with sparkles, and to put on the glue onto the sticks, which are now wooden. They look like this, but I'd like them to have gold sparkles on them. So I'm going to take the paintbrush, I'm going to take the glue, I'm going to take the sparkles and combine that and finish this part so that that will really shine for the base of the lamp. So I'm going to start with that. So I just thought I would show what I'm doing here, and that is I've applied the tacky glue onto these chopsticks, and I'm just painting on the glue. There isn't really any trick to this. The only thing you want to remember is to have as much of the glue all the way around as possible. And then there's different tricks you can do to prevent sparkles from getting everywhere. You can put a bag down onto the floor if you want, or something just to catch the remaining glitter. That's one way. However way you choose to do it is completely up to you though. It can be messy sometimes, but the end result is always fun. So anyway, you can see how I just placed the glue on, and then I took the paintbrush and just went all the way down the sides of the sticks. And then once I'm finished that, I'll apply the glitter and then I'll show the result. Okay, so I just thought I'd show this result of the effect that I was trying to create with chopsticks and a can, turning it into a lamp. So all of this needs to dry for at least 1 or 2 hours because it needs to be solid enough to work with. It does take a full 24 hours, but by 1 or 2 hours it'll be solid enough to work with. So because I've got that time to wait for this, now I'm going to move on to the shades themselves. And how it's going to work is this cap is removable for this light. So what I'm going to do is take it and put it inside, glue the top portion to the cap part of the shade, and then put the light bulb inside. And then after that, then decorate it. I thought I would put a nice gold border since there is quite a bit of gold on the base of the lamp itself, that it will tie it all in together. Then, just like those funky 70s lights, I thought it would be fun to make each shade a different color. So I've got pink and purple, I've got gold, I've got blue and green, and then I've got clear gems. So that should make in the end for a very interesting and pretty lamp. So I will continue. I will begin on connecting the light bulb to the shade first. Okay, so I just glued one light bulb into the shade that I'm creating this lamp with, and I just wanted to show what it looks like and to explain how I did it. So yes, I did unscrew it, and then I glued the top portion first, okay, and then unscrewed the bulb part, then put 2 dollops of glue, and then just placed it inside. And that was the result of that. So you can see how it's coming together for the light itself and the shade. So I'm going to complete the rest. I took off the remaining bulbs just to make it easier, and this part has to be done first because it will just be a lot easier to decorate if it is, because that part is a little tricky to get it together, but it does come together, and it looks good in a beautiful way already, the way it's connected. And so I'll continue by completing the rest, and then I'll start decorating the shades themselves. Okay, so I've started by putting a border around the shades, and I just wanted to show how I did that. I was going to use the gold pearls, but then upon starting with that, I realized I don't have enough. And I thought I would include that as a side note, because this happens sometimes when you have materials like this, and then you'll try something and then maybe you realize, oh, I don't have enough, and you have to find a different element to add. So it's good that I'm including that as a part of this, because it happens. But sometimes, there just isn't enough of one thing or another, that you have to get creative with it and then decide how it's going to come together from there in a nice way as well. So this actually is quite a nice effect that I've started, and you can see I put a gem in the middle to accent it all together. And then I'll just continue like that, and it's a good idea when you're putting a border like this is put them all on each one at once. It will make it more uniform when you do that, and then because you've been focused on putting the elements on, that if you do it one at a time like that, it will be straighter and look more uniform in the end. So that's how I'm going to proceed with it, and then I'll put all the colored gems on to have a different color shade for each, and then from there, once the base is dry, I will put the entire lamp together, and it's going to be so beautiful. I can't wait to see what the result is. Okay, so I just wanted to show these shades as they are now, because you can see how I'm starting with the theme going. And as I was doing this, I thought, why not have a bit of a rainbow effect happening? So what I did is started with the white and following the wires along to the next light. I put the amber goldish gem, which is going to be completely surrounded with gems that are amber. This one will be clear amber, and then the next one was pink, and then the final one blue and green. So that's going to create a bit of a rainbow effect. The white one will be on the top, then graduating to amber, pink, purple, and then finally blue and green. I think it's going to look really good when it's done. I hope you stick around to see the final result. Okay, so I'm about halfway finished through putting the gems on the shades for this lamp, and you can see how I've placed them. I've put quite a few of them around, and I may put more along the way, because my goal for this is to have a lot of reflecting light of different colors. But you can see how it's coming together so far, and it's looking really nice. I can't wait to connect it together to the top to see what it looks like in the end, because that really shines and sparkles nicely. And it's actually becoming, like, the goal was for it to look like a 70-ish lamp, which it will, but it's also seeming to appear glamorous in its outcome. So I wasn't really expecting that, but glamorous it is. So that is what the end result of this lamp is going to be. And I can't wait until it's all put together so that I can show the end result. Here is the completed lamp with light bulbs, gems, and gold sparkles. I connected the lights themselves to the sticks with electrical tape, and then from there I just decided I was going to put more sparkles to cover where I put the electrical tape. And then from there I just added a few sparkly flowers. Looking at it from this direction, it really does look a lot like one of those lamps that you'd see in the 70s. Just a dangly lamp. With different colors, creating a rainbow effect. I'm pretty happy with the way this lamp turned out. I like to see it with the backlight off just to see how it looks. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks really good. You see, because it's casting quite a great deal of light. And it's more of an accent light used mainly, I would think, for, if you're decorating and you just wanted to have an accent light in the background, that's what this would be good for. And it doesn't require electricity. Just takes 2 AA batteries. And the result is quite glamorous as well as retro. You can find all my lamps as well as other crafts for sale on Vintage Stuff 007. Check it out. It's on eBay. As well, hit subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to make more as time goes on. Thank you. Here's just one more video of the lamp in the complete darkness. And looking at it in this way, it doesn't get any more 70-ish than that. If it were the only light source, that is very, very retro. Thanks again for watching.